Hey everybody, we're back with part 2 of Mountain of Rescues today. So what I want you to do is look down below, hit that thumbs up button, and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy this video today. Looking forward to get started, and this is going to be awesome. Alright guys, so we're back. We got this bird. I inverted it here, and what I'm going to do, there's some little extra meat and fat on this thing, so I'm just going to take some scissors, and I'm just going to kind of snip this extra meat off here. I just like to do this before I start fleshing the bird. Alright guys, so what you can do, when I first started doing birds, basically I would try to remove all the fat with these scissors. It takes a long time, and it's hard to be very effective and get in between the feather quills. So what I did is I went out and I purchased this bird flesher here from Van Dyke's Taxidermy. Different companies have different ones. I really like this model. You can move it up and down. See the slot here, there's a screw back there. You just can slide it up and down. And I'm going to kick this thing on. And I like to use borax just to give me grip. Kind of dries this fat up a little bit. Seems to help it come off easier. Now one thing about taxidermy, and you have a wire wheel, what you do not want to do is get this bird caught up in this wheel. If you do that, you'll have a heart attack, your blood pressure will go up, and you're probably going to be sewing a bunch. I always like to work from the behindy towards the head. So you can see right here, I kind of burned through, made a little hole right here. So you don't want to get in a rush when you're doing this part. Small holes like that don't really matter too much because the feathers are going to hide it. But if you make a huge tear in there, you should sew up a big hole. You want to make sure you get all this fat off of here because fat will bleed through the feathers, turn them yellow, and your mount will be very unsightly in a very short time. Very important along this edge right here. That's where you're going to be sewing. And you want to make sure you get that little membrane out of there. Alright guys, you can see this is kind of messy, but this we got to the wing. This is a wing bone right here. It always gets a lot of meat and junk caught up in here, so you definitely want to get that cleaned out of there as best as possible. I just taped it, and I mean you want to get the meat off there, but the tendons, I mean that's what's holding this thing in there is tendons. So you don't want to blow out your tendons or you're just going to have a loose bone flopping around. Alright, let's wash this thing. So we're out here with my high-tech sink. It's a modified ice chest. I'm just going to kind of wash this. I go through a couple different washing cycles. Alright guys, so what I have here is I have some Dawn soap. It helps wildlife. Also is good for removing oil off your bird. And what I've done, I've actually mixed some Tide with Downy, about 50-50 soap, Tide and Downy. And I'm just going to put this on the bird. And we're going to add some water in here. Alright guys, we're using an airbrush to paint our artificial bill. Just get a nice, better result. Personally, I like it. You can get one, pick up one up for 40 bucks at Harbor Freight. Alright, so we've got this bill painted now. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply a product called Mod Podge. I use the matte finish on here. What this will do is it's a glue that'll dry and it will seal this paint in. So we don't want it to chip. And we're just going to dab it on here. This will give your bill a fleshy appearance. Let's see, I'm just working that in there, getting in all the grooves. So you guys are probably wondering, where can I get this Mod Podge at? They sell it at Walmart, Hobby Lobby. Any art supply place should have it. Alright, so what I'm doing here is just take a toothbrush and cleaning off any fat off the feathers. You don't want that fat to stay on the feathers because it'll glob up and it'll show up later. Alright, so we're taking this bird and we're just wringing out the excess water. And next we're going to put it in some white gas, Coleman fuel, and that will speed up the drying process. Alright guys, so now we're going to gas this bird. Got our bird in this bucket. I got this little yellow thing that's vented so the gas can come down through when I lift it out of there. And we're just going to pour this all over the top of the bird. I'm going to let this set for about 10 to 15 minutes. Alright guys, we're going to make an artificial neck for our bird. We got our original head and neck for reference. Just going to take a wire that I've straightened out, can insert it into my body. Take that, make a bend in it. This will lock it into the body. And tap that in there. You can see the neck's not that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a pre-measurement of the length of my neck. Remember when we cut it off earlier, we cut it off right where the neck meets the body. So we're going to look like that. We're going to make it about that long. Now we're going to take part of this and we're going to bend into the head. So I'm going to go up about to the back of the eyeball, right there. I'm going to cut this that off. All right, so what we're using to make the rest of our neck is this is cooler padding. You can use Excelsior, I believe it's called, but I use this stuff right here. I bought this at Lowe's. I don't know if they sell it year round, but it's getting close to summer, so it should be available. So I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to start forming a neck. I just kind of smash all this together. I want to make it even as far as the diameter. I'm going to take some twine here. If I can grab a hold of it, I'm going to start wrapping it around the neck. Just going to spin this around. And I'm not going super tight right now. I'm just going to get a basic shape. The part that I'm going to insert into the body, I'm going to wrap that tighter. And you'll see the reason here in a little bit. What I'm attempting to do is make it the same diameter as this neck. You also have a trachea, and we're going to wrap a different little piece for this trachea here. Alright, so we got our neck not completely wrapped as tight as we're going to wrap it. We're going to take it and just insert it, thread it onto our wire that we formed here. Alright, so we got that all wrapped up. You see it's poking out the end a little bit, which is fine right here, because what we're going to do is we're going to take our neck and we're going to lay it up against here, kind of get a measurement here, and then we're going to cut it off about right there. Cut some of this off. This part is going to insert into our artificial head, so I'm going to take this wire and just bend it over. Going to squeeze that down. And take our string. This part's going to be inserted into the head, so I'm going to wrap this really super tight. Alright guys, so we're just going to do a quick test here. I got my artificial head. We're just going to make sure that it fits on here. Like that. We're going to kind of do a measurement. Put our fake head up against there. We're pretty close there. This may be slightly shorter. We're going to put some bends in it. This bird's going to be coming in, and we're going to do a little neck pose to it. So we're going to make some bends in here. Alright guys, so our bird's going to be kind of coming in like this right here with the head down, like he's looking to land. So we've kind of formed our neck into that shape. Our artificial head's going to hook here. What I'm going to do next is take some hot glue. You like that catch, huh? Yeah. I missed my college. I went to the NFL. Yeah, right. So we got some hot glue on here. Next I'm going to lick my finger. You're like, that's disgusting, and it probably is. And just kind of bat that down. Alright, we're going to let that kind of sit up, and we're also going to put some on the inside. So, alright, so we want to make it easy to insert this body and this neck into our skin. So we're just going to take some black electrical tape. We're going to wrap it around the neck. We're going to leave a portion up here because our artificial head's going to be in there. Going to pop that off right there. We're going to take anything that we can pound this thing with. What I'm doing is the neck is not perfectly round. And that'll give us our shape there, and we'll attach our head there and be ready to insert to the body when we get to that point. Alright, so next we're going to take our bird out of the gas. Just going to start squeezing here. Then we're going to hang it up to dry for a bit. And you notice my nice pink gloves. Yeah. I don't think you want to get white gas all over your hands. You'd probably absorb it. Alright, so we've rigged up a little device here. We're going to hang our bird up to dry. Alright guys, next what we're going to do is put some borax on the skin. This will help to dry it, and also will cure the skin. Just going to take some of this and rub it in here. See that gas in there. Just take some paper towels and kind of squeeze it. Alright, I got these long forceps. I'm going to insert this into the neck. Be careful that you don't poke holes through your bird skin. Just going to lightly grab the tip here. I'm going to make sure the skin's not binding up. Flip it over. Pull that head through. We'll apply borax to this. All right, what I'm gonna do next, sometimes there's some excess fat on it, so I'm gonna take this little thing and just, what I'm doing is just gently rubbing it along here, making sure there's no fat on its neck. All right, so next we're gonna just trim around these eye rings. You wanna get all this loose excess skin off, so you have a nice, natural looking eye. They say the eyes are the window to the soul. All right, guys, next we're gonna tumble this bird. I picked this up at Harbor Freight. It's a cement mixer. Some people have like really nice fancy ones with baffles in there, so they can place the bird in there and just walk away. If you don't have access to any of this, you can use a 5-gallon bucket with a lid. And what we have in here is corncob grit. And this is gonna help to dry the bird. It's also gonna give the feathers some shine and just make it look really nice once we blow it dry. And it's just fine corncob grit. They use it to tumble bullets. I'm just gonna place my bird in there. And what I'm gonna do is just throw some of this corncob grit inside the bird a little bit, move it around. Put my bird in there. I'm going to turn this on. It's just going to tumble it. We're going to do this probably for about 5 to 6 to 10 minutes, somewhere in there, just till the bird looks really dry. All right, what we're going to do next is we're going to blow this bird dry. This is a Metrovac pet dryer. This one has like a 4-point horsepower. If you don't have access to one of these, you can buy them on Amazon. If you don't have access to this, you can use your wife or your mom's blow dryer. Don't let them find out because they're pretty particular about those things. Hey guys, I really want to thank you for joining us today for part 2 of our series on mounting a flying Roscoos. I hope there's some tips in there that can be very beneficial to you and help you in your attempts to mount your bird. If you'd like, check us out at Grasslands Taxidermy of California on Facebook. We'll be back with part 3 in the future, and look forward to doing that for you guys and hope you enjoy it. Take care.